it slow. Just one thing. You know. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. You know that? We good? Live? We right there? We ready to go? Boom. Oh, I think we are live.
Oh,
yeah, we are live. Oh yeah. You see, we are live.
It's live, baby.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Another Sunday.
Yes,
Same
yes,
faces
yes.
on either side and new faces.
faces.
Well, new faces and a regular face. You know, we've seen her before a couple times, but new faces. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. As always, my name is Peter, and hey, we'll just go around this way so y'all can introduce yourselves and say you say what you want. First name, last name, and you can keep it going. If you want to say anything extra, you could.
My name is Ogechi Anene, and I'm 23 years old.
Oh,
you know.
that part.
Oh, and you go.
Yeah.
My name is Ugona. I'm a CK. I sing and I'm a speech pathologist.
Are you a speech pathologist?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
My name is Embler Igwe. I'm a content creator and a media personality.
That's what we're saying.
She's a Yelper. I just learned that today. And of course, my name is John. Thank you once again for tuning in.
All right, so let's do this. If you're watching, can you let us know real quick? Like, is the audio good? Is the video good? What's not working? So we can switch it up and fix it for y'all. So we can make sure that we're presenting good content. Let us know real quick if something is wrong, and we'll fix that. Also, if you're watching, you're not in the chat, and you want to chat with us, you want to talk to us, you want to have, you want to go back and forth with us. Go ahead and sign into YouTube. All you need is a Gmail account. Everybody has a Gmail account today. Just sign into YouTube in the top right corner somewhere on that window, and boom, you can chat with us. You can ask us questions. You can go back and forth with us, and we feed off y'all vibes and energy. So bring it, and we'll bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Let's meet somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like somewhere. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Send this link to somebody so they can join the conversation too. Make it happen. But now back to y'all. Y'all nervous or you gonna shake it out? No, you good? Straight. Let's do it. But we're gonna have good conversations. We always try to let people know it's not a interview. It's literally just it's a dialogue. We're going back and forth. Like we bouncing off each other's energy and what we're bringing out. So that's literally what it is. Yeah. Y'all want to say anything else before we jump into it? Y'all want to? No, you're good? Straight up. She's ready. She's ready. She's ready. But no, again, I'll go over it again real quick. If you're watching and you want to chat with us, sign into YouTube real quick, and then you see the chat box. You can actually chat, ask us questions. I'm gonna just assume that everything is fine, the audio is fine, everything's good. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we don't waste time. But don't forget, click that link. You can share this video with somebody. Just take the link, send it to somebody so they can join the conversations as well. But other than that, let's get started. Y'all ready? Let's do it. It's just conversation. We're just gonna vibe. We're gonna feed off each other's energies, and we'll make it work. Let's do that. I'll go to the first one. The first one goes like this. And this is something that most of these topics and stuff that we see on social media, we literally go on Facebook or whatnot or Instagram, and we look at what people are talking about. We see what people are let's bring it here and let's talk about it. So this was actually, I believe, on Instagram, but this is how that goes. This is a guy who's hosting and trying to vent whatever he's venting, but he goes like this. He says, "I can't believe my girlfriend really thinks that I'm going to marry her." And he says, "As soon as I get a decent job, I'm leaving and I'm going to start to date my type of person," right? He goes, "I'm not entitled to be with her forever just because she was with me when I was broke," right? He says, "We all have our preferences, and that doesn't make me love her any less. Things change, feelings change. It's a vicious life cycle. The entitlement over people's life is the reason people resort to cheating and violent behavior."
He sounds confused.
Yeah.
Because she's talking about leaving her, but it was saying
That doesn't make me
It's
love
not
her
right.
any less.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like he's lying to himself. He's using her for what he knows she is valuable for to him while he's broke. And he knows that maybe when he has money, he will be able to afford somebody he likes more, I guess. But at the same time, that's not fair to her because I imagine she's not with him because of money. You know, he's a brokey.
Right.
So the fact that he is with her because she's valuable now, only because he's broke, it shows the kind of person he really is, you know, and the kind of person she is. She's willing to be with him regardless of his financial status and his status of looking outside and thinking about everybody but her. You know, it just shows that she can really do better, not him.
Yeah.
Because she probably make more money than him. She probably supported his broke self. You know, women do that all the time. And he needs to be more appreciative and really take a look at why he wants somebody because he has money now. Like, this is the same person that's going to be making status that women want them for money. Women are gold diggers. Why do you want somebody that you couldn't afford or that you couldn't reach before you had money?
I felt that.
You felt that?
I saw that. I saw
You
this
know?
one. I saw it.
Ask yourself, because it's only brokies that even talk about gold diggers. Please.
This brokey thing is hilarious.
I'm feeling that.
I've never heard a man that had money and lived comfortably talk about gold diggers.
Well, not necessarily. On that last statement I beg to differ. You said it's only brokers that tend to, you know, talk about gold diggers. But let's come back here first. We could go back to that later. But what I heard you say when she was like,
I'm trying to remember what I was thinking about, but anyway, like she said, it just shows his character, and even the girl who I guess maybe he's gonna look for like the model, or you know, that kind of look for whatever income he's gonna start making. I guess he's just looking for somebody just to fit his profile, not really love. Because if he loves his girl, why would he leave her?
Exactly.
And if he's just looking for somebody to fit his profile, I guess he's gonna keep dumping, and you know, once he keeps moving up, or once he is able to get somebody who looks better or who can get him into certain doors or, you know, connects, he's just superficial.
So
Yeah.
when I listen to if I try to break this down, you know, I'm trying to understand really what he's thinking and what maybe his mindset. Trying to understand his mindset, right? So he says, let's forget that first word. He said, I can't believe my girlfriend's gonna get married. But the second part where he says, as soon as I get a decent job, I'm leaving her to start dating my type. So, well, I'm thinking in my mind, you know, in today's society, there's women who say, I'm not gonna talk to you until I won't talk to you if you're in this type of bracket. Or I won't talk to you. I'm not gonna entertain you if you're in this type of bracket. So in his shoes, I'm saying he's probably trying to fit that, you know, thing.
He's
that
trying to work
women
in his
say.
tax bracket.
He's trying to fit that expectation that women have set up to say, hey.
Which is fine, but
Yeah.
don't.
It's just
don't
the delivery.
waste somebody
Yeah,
else's time.
that part.
Yeah.
That part.
What?
Okay. I feel like first, let's just establish the madness that's happening, right? He said, I can't believe my girlfriend really thinks your girlfriend. It's not like your sneaky link or your side chick.
It's a shameful
Your
individual.
girlfriend,
Yeah.
like,
He doesn't
you
respect
claim
her.
Yeah.
That's your claim.
Right.
If you don't like want her or you just using her for the time being, then let it be like a contractual agreement.
Exactly.
She's a free agent.
Exactly.
So if other people are talking to her, if other
Don't be
people are
spoiling
saying-
her
don't be
market
spoiling
and
her
telling
market.
people that she's your girlfriend.
Don't even put your hand on her because you can't afford it.
Exactly.
Don't even put your hand on her.
Oh my
Don't
god.
even- Like this is really. Ooh.
Because I'm telling you, this guy with this kind of attitude, he doesn't want her to talk to anybody else. He doesn't want her to date around. He doesn't want her to even take a picture near a man. Because he don't want her value to be attached to anybody but him. And he wants to make sure that she is focused on him and giving him her all.
So, I'll probably say, yeah, that's true. But then the second part to this, when he put this out, he also said, if tomorrow a wealthy man comes and says he wants to talk to his girlfriend, and she goes, he's not going to have an issue with that. Because, like I said, remember what I said?
As long as you know, like, look.
Yeah, but is that the girl's
As a
character
free
in the
agent.
first place? Is that who she really is? Because really, when you think about it, as a woman, it's much easier to get with a man because of money than for relationship wise. Because you can meet a lot of men that will throw money at you just because you are attractive or you have a nice booty. Period.
That's facts.
So she's with a brokey. He's not even considering his placement in life and why she's with him. The thing is, if she met a wealthy man today, the fact that she's been with him all this time means she's been turning down people with money to be with this brokey.
I mean,
Do you know
you can
that
assume
men?
that. We don't know if that's
You
true.
know that men, doesn't matter which tax bracket you are in as a woman, a rich man will still want you for whatever reason. If you are a valuable woman.
If you're a good person.
You get what I mean? Like, there's no man, even Jeff Bezos, even Tiger Woods, there's no man that has too much money for a woman that is broke.
So with what you're saying right now, do you see why he's also in that mindset that, you know, hey, if I get money, I could be, because you're saying as a woman,
I'm saying
Any
that
man-
she has options,
facts.
but she's choosing him. Even when he has nothing.
She's choosing him, but she also knows
I mean,
that
she might be with him
tomorrow.
'cause she sees the
but here's the
potential.
thing: she sees the potential. But then also, you're also saying right here that we're saying that tomorrow she has options. Anybody could come and meet her, and she's out. So I don't fault. Like again,
But she's
he's
saying-
But
delivered
she
right.
hasn't left.
Yeah.
If she wanted somebody that had more money,
She could've
she
left.
would have
She could've been there?
accepted.
That's what you're saying?
She would have left.
Yeah, by now.
I feel like,
But she's still there hanging with him and holding him and making sure that
Bro, she's
maybe
in
one
there.
day he will go somewhere. Maybe one day there will be something.
I feel like I agree with her because you're speaking
Yeah.
on the girl's
Yeah.
character.
Right,
Because
right.
if she was this type of person, she would. If she only wanted money, she would have been left since.
Right.
I'm
She would
telling
not
you.
be with this dude.
Oh.
And let me tell you what I call these type of men. Let me tell you what I call these type of men. These are sons of Pharaoh. Because if we look at the history, Pharaoh was not trying to let these people go. Pharaoh wanted these people to be in bondage. So this man is holding this woman like that, but then he's opening his mouth to say, I can't believe she's trying to.
Oh, God.
You're a son of
God
Pharaoh.
forbid that I be attaching myself to a man.
Someone who wants to eat your destiny.
Oh, my
Can
God.
you imagine?
Okay, so let's
not my
let's.
question.
So, but
Yeah, y'all are really feeling this.
No, they are. But I want to flip it. I want
was-
to flip it real quick.
Okay,
But
you
go.
said you said something about like women, or he said that, or you, I don't know, that women will not date a guy who they don't feel is on their level, right?
Yeah, yeah,
so why
and
is he even dating her?
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So again, like I said, so I don't want to generalize, but what's prevalent in society today is that, you know, a lot of women are saying, you know, if you're not, they don't want to entertain you if you're not on the same
same
level,
level.
right? So if I were to put myself in his shoes, he's probably keeping in the back of his mind that one day she might just dip because I'm not where she probably wants me to be or whatnot, right? So that's why I'm just saying, I'm just trying to understand, putting myself in his shoes or trying to understand his mindset or what's making him reason like he's reasoning.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying what
He's
I'm saying.
insecure.
He's not reasoning.
Yeah.
And that's
He's
fine too.
insecure.
He could be
He's
insecure,
extremely
but there's a
insecure.
reason why he's insecure because of
his
the standard in
his
society.
financials. No,
No,
it's his
exactly.
financial.
Exactly.
It's
No,
not the
no,
standard
no.
in
But we have to
society.
really be honest with ourselves. It's not women that are marrying somebody for money. It's men that are marrying somebody because they have money now. And a lot of women, when they say,
Wait.
oh,
What?
no, you gotta let me land. You gotta let me land.
Okay.
Let her land. Let her land.
You gotta take off
See,
first.
you're talking about women that, oh, I don't date because you're not in my level, you're not in my tax bracket. But really, look at who's getting pregnant by who. These women, they have these standards online, but we're
Right.
talking about real life. In real life, people date regardless of tax bracket. They date because they date. They're bored,
Well, that's
they're
facts.
complimenting each other because whatever. I don't often see somebody meet somebody that looks good or has some attractive qualities and then says, I will not date you because you're not in my tax bracket. They may say that online, but in real life, women are paying for dates. In real life, women are paying for this man groceries. In real life, these women are dating men that they're taking care of, that are moving in with them on the first date. And they may not say it
Where
online.
are these women at?
Right.
Okay.
No, we're not gonna sit here and
We're
cap
okay.
like women only just date for money
I know
because
what
that's
you're saying.
not true.
But you're right.
Especially black women.
It's
I mean,
not
most of
all.
Oh.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
you have a
States the
point.
men are paying though, so I don't understand.
Most.
Yeah. most
As in
states.
like the initial date or as in throughout the whole?
Yeah,
Right,
like,
exactly.
we really have to be
let's
honest
be
with
real.
ourselves.
So you say women are paying on these dates?
Sometimes.
I'm just
surprised.
saying that he's making it seem like oh, women will only be with you because you can only afford this, but that's not true. If you have a good character,
Well,
then she will be with you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about men. They lie to themselves
But
that
here's the thing though, you said that he's with her now until he gets money so he can afford a certain kind of woman.
Right.
Yeah.
When you say that, it does mean that the man is the one paying for things for women, like going out. Like he has to afford a certain class of woman, and that entails having money.
he may feel like
So
they are in the same class, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's taking care of her.
I think what she's saying is that what the guy is trying to say that he's generalizing women for only dating a certain tax bracket, but she's saying in reality, women may say that online or maybe even with their
They
girlfriends on
may
the
want
phone.
that to be true.
But if they meet a guy who's handsome and nice and cool, just because he's not her tax bracket doesn't mean she will not date him in real life. So so it's like a generalization, like, oh well, she might leave me for a richer guy, but she's with you. Like she said, she's with you for a reason. If she wanted to leave you for a richer guy, she wouldn't be dating you this long.
So these women are capping.
No, but men are capping because this behavior of this post that he made is a common thing I've heard among men. Like, oh, once I get money, I'm gonna date like this and I'm gonna date like that. But don't come back and say if you got some money, if you got $2 in your pocket, that oh, it's because you want my money.
all right, check this out. Let's do this. Let's talk about the second part of this, which I think is mostly prevalent to their society. The part where he says, just because you were with somebody when they were low, and then you're with them and together y'all grow, it doesn't mean you're entitled to them. So basically trying to say, you're not entitled to be with somebody forever just because y'all came up together. So
I mean, that's true, but he should state his intentions.
Yeah, I was just
no,
about to say
that's
that.
fine. So, like I said, let's
right.
take him out the equation for now. Let's just look at somebody neutral. You're with somebody, y'all grew up, y'all have to come up together and whatnot. It doesn't work out, you have to go separate ways, and somebody's attaching and using it against the other person, saying, "Hey, I made you. You can't just leave."
Oh no! I don't believe in that
I don't
because
believe in that
people should help each other in a relationship to get to the next level, and people grow out of each other. That's normal. But one issue that I feel like he can be putting her in is he is promising her a future. And
I think
do you
both
know that
people-
in Nigeria, it's a crime to promise somebody marriage?
Are you serious?
It's a crime to promise somebody marriage without marrying. You think I'm laughing? Google it. Google it.
Yeah, you sound like you're making
Actually,
If there is
that.
proof that he proposed or that he made
He said,
intentions
"I'm
to
gonna-"
marry, and he does not follow through and he goes and marries somebody else and go about his business, he can go to jail.
Really?
He can go to jail.
For that
And I
jail.
just saw it the other day on the news. And so I'm just giving you an example that if he knows he don't really want to be with her long term, you can be dating somebody and their girlfriend, you can be exclusive and tell them that.
Right.
So that they know that eventually we will grow apart and we have an expiration date. But don't every day be like, oh, you're the love of my life.
bounce
Oh,
for me.
you're gonna marry my children. Oh.
Okay, so now we're saying just because he said it, but it goes both ways. Some women say that too. One day I want to marry you too. You know?
Yeah, but that's their intention.
Right.
Some
Yeah.
things change
and
over
then when that
time.
doesn't work, why,
But he knows his intentions now.
Right.
He may have been with her 1 year. He may have been with her 5 years, 1 day. It doesn't matter. But if he knows that's
He doesn't
his
leave.
intentions now, he should let her know now that,
Yeah.
hey, this has an expiration date. I'm not sure when
For
I'm
that
gonna get
guy to
that
put it
money.
on, for that guy to put it on social media like that, I think she probably knows.
I don't think she knows.
She could be lying.
Show her.
Not
The
necessarily.
same way you posted it, screenshot it and send it to
They
her.
might not even
Let her
follow
see
each
it.
other on social
That's just what I'm saying.
see it.
Do you know
That's
that
what
somebody
she
can have a private social media account
Yeah.
that nobody knew that it's them?
Exactly.
He may not have his own profile picture on that page. You
Exactly.
don't know their social media.
So you think she doesn't know?
No, I don't. Because I feel like he's talking real bold.
Do you
Real
know that-
confident.
Right.
No.
I have a certain audience on Twitter that I don't have on Instagram and on Snapchat. So there are certain things I post on one app that I know will not follow to the next level.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't go viral, so I don't have a problem with my post going from one app to another. So there are things that I'll post on Twitter, I know only this group will see it. And so it could be a situation where he knows she may not see this post.
You know,
For whatever
let's
reason.
put ourselves in those shoes. What if that was you?
If I was the girl,
Right.
okay.
And somebody actually tells you that, hey, look, here's where we are. I want to be with you, blah, blah, but it doesn't work. And y'all came up together. You went together when you brought them up or whatnot, and then it's time to go your separate ways. Are you going to hold on, or what are you?
I mean, if somebody don't want to be with me,
Yeah.
I'ma leave. It may be hard because I do want them. I stay with them and all that kind of stuff. And it does feel like an investment, but at the same time, that's the other person in life. And if you wanted to leave, you will also want the grace extended to you to say, okay, let this person leave. But they don't have any contract with each other, you know?
Right.
So everything is like a verbal thing. Maybe they've lost money, I don't know, like, but depending on the type of relationship they had, they may have attachments to each other. She could be his baby mama. She could, like, do you get what I mean? They could be paying rent together, and he decide, you know, oh, I'm ready to go. Like, you have to
But she could
be
do
on
that
the
too.
same page.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is it could be both ways. It could be literally there's men who are on the other end of this spectrum, right? Women that are the one doing this thing.
But it's not the woman that posted that.
I know you're right in this
So that's,
situation.
you
In
making
this
up
situation,
them. We talking about them.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. But like again, this is just one example of from many. Or this situation is representative of a lot of other situations,
Yeah.
right? So if we flip the script, it's the same thing. It's out there. It could be the woman that's doing something like that. So I'm just trying to say, not all men are like this. Most
No,
women,
they're
some women
not.
are like this too. It's
Yeah.
both ways, you know.
Yeah,
like, it's-
I feel like you should never feel entitled to anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything.
right. Period.
It's
on
an
both sides.
experience.
On both sides.
Right.
Not ever. It's an experience.
Which is very hard for some women sometimes. You
No,
know?
it's not.
It's hard for
because
men too.
It's hard
Men
for
be men be capping online that they don't have feelings and they don't make attachments to women. And that it's always women who catch feelings after sex. Oh, that it's
I
always
mean,
women. Oh,
if you want to look at it though, come on.
let's look at it though.
If you want to really talk about it, who is the one that really catch feelings the most and go out and go all out and go
Men
crazy on
have
social
feelings,
media?
They just don't express them
Right.
the same way.
I agree with you, but who acts upon their feelings the most and go crazy the most?
Women
That's
are
not true.
encouraged to express
That's
our
not
feelings.
true.
It's not true.
No. Men express their feelings
Yeah.
a lot in a violent way, in an aggressive way, in
Well-
a way that's very unhealthy.
No. I disagree.
And then when the woman is, and then another thing is a man can provoke a woman and she respond accordingly, and then she crazy. When he respond,
This is
he
a very, very one-sided, one-sided take that
You're saying that women catch feelings more and act on it more. That's not true.
I think-
That's not true.
I feel
A
like
man
women
will be at
do.
your door. You didn't invite him there. A man will be there. He will not let you leave his room. A man will be. That man will blow up your phone.
I think that
He will make a
culture.
new social media account.
Also look
to
at culture,
spy on-
how culture is involved. Culture is always involved. Maybe here in the U.S.
Right.
that's not how it is with men. But go overseas, like you said, the men will be at your door, ready. We'll bring you food. We'll cry if you don't answer your phone.
Man.
Let's act like it's not happening.
I'm telling
No,
you.
I'm not saying no. Trust me, men have feelings. I have feelings. Shit, I know I've done some things when I was in my feelings, but I'm saying it's more prevalent with women. Like you guys
I mean, it's
are,
probably women are more.
and it's nothing wrong.
It's
with
not
it.
that-
Okay, let's ask
Wait.
this question.
Wait.
Let's ask this
You
question.
say women are
Women
more
show
emotional.
more
I feel like, why are
show
women
emotions
emotional? If you
more.
weren't misleading her, would she be emotional?
That-
Women are
that too.
naturally
If
just
men don't-
emotional.
No.
Women-
Let's ask this
If men-
question.
if men did not
Let's
exist,
ask
women
ourselves
would
this
still be
question.
emotional.
When that
Because women are
woman,
emotional.
when that
There's
woman
nothing
leaves
wrong
this
with it.
man
It's just-
or these people separate, who is it that goes to somebody else's wedding and say, I object? Speak up! Please!
Is this coming from experience? Because I've never.
I'm just
I've never,
asking a question.
I've never
Because
witnessed
I
it.
have never heard of a woman.
Have you seen that before?
I've never seen a woman saying I object.
I've never seen it from a woman.
So yeah,
Who is he doing?
you know what I'm done.
You know what?
Um,
Yeah, exactly. Who is it that don't
It's
want to
true.
sign the divorce papers?
She's crying.
No, well,
Crying.
so
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have that
All
one.
right.
She
Exactly.
said it was either do with her son or do with her.
Okay then.
Let's be honest. Can we be honest here?
Who don't want to let you go? You have his child and you say I'm ready to go. He say no.
What you want them
I
to
think-
just
I think
say
it's
go?
both sides.
No, I'm saying
I think
that.
it's
No,
both
you,
sides.
you
Men
that's
be
the
having
energy you had on
feelings.
Twitter.
No,
That's
yeah.
the same energy
You're
you had on
right.
Twitter.
Yeah,
Have
they
it.
be lying online that, oh, I would never buy anything for a woman. I would never love a woman. I would never respect a woman.
And you're right, it's cultural. Because American guys try to act too hard. Like they don't care, but they actually do. And they might act out violently, like you said,
Right.
because of that whole suppression of
Right.
emotions.
Emotion.
But also Nigerian men, they're not very emotionally expressive. They may not tell you how much attachment you have to them, but you will know once you try to get away.
I see
Once you
that.
try
Okay, I see what you're
I
saying.
see that.
Expressive during
I
the
see that.
relationship.
Exactly. Like once you're ready to
Yeah.
go, you
Yeah.
start seeing his. You start seeing some character that you never expected, and then he's saying, "It's because I love you." That you know that if you try to walk out of his door, you say that you're my wife. I don't know where you're going.
Confusion.
I'm not done with you yet.
Confusion.
Heard that one.
I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, it's the cap for me. It's the old men don't have feelings like women. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do more than women.
Yes, they- Do you know that men gossip?
Hey!
Men
All right,
gossip.
hey,
Men gossip.
Hey!
But they know.
all right, come on.
This thing he posted on social media, that's not gossiping. And you're not just out here spreading your business. Let's be honest.
That was
I'm telling you, if that woman leave him right now, they be saying, "Dang,
Please.
I don't know who my girl thinks she is going off with that XYZ guy."
Oh my God. Okay.
And all that. Oh, why are you tweeting about her? Why did you make Dirty Sprite 2 about her?
And if he gets a supermodel and she dogs him, he's gonna remember that girl. Yep.
Why are you saying, I know I'm going to get my back? Whoa.
So,
It's unfortunate.
good conversations.
interesting.
That was an interesting take.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. I will say that. I wasn't ready. But that was an interesting take. I mean, we definitely talked about a lot of things from that one topic. I think it is true. Men have emotions. They suppress it a lot. They don't necessarily open up when they should, especially in a relationship. And of course, most of them do show it when things start going left side, and then they start to show some. That is true. Women do have emotions too, and they tend to show it way more. They don't suppress it; they just let it out. So I guess we have our
Ways.
ways,
Yeah.
and it's a reason why we believe how we believe and what we believe, because we see how stuff, things happen and whatnot. But my man over here,
Yo.
good luck to him.
She said, only men object to weddings.
That's hilarious.
Oh my
true.
That's
God.
funny, but,
It's
but let's.
true.
I want us to talk about this next one.
Oh God.
Because I actually saw this on Twitter and Instagram, and it was a lot of people were talking about it, and I want us to talk about it too. And being that, you guys are mostly Igbo, right? Right. So let's talk about this one, because I really want to get in on this one real quick, right? So this one goes like this. I'm an Igbo man, and my Igbo culture, he says, why do y'all say Omenala or something like that?
Yeah.
Right. He says his Igbo culture gives him full rights over the properties of his siblings when they are no more. So he's basically saying that as a woman, when your husband dies, God forbid for y'all, just have it in mind that your contract in the family has been fully terminated. He says no this and no peace. How would y'all respond to this? Because he's saying that
So
the
that's
culture, the Igbo culture.
I mean, it is true. It is true. The Igbo culture, even when somebody dies, the woman is no longer a part of the family. Even if the man gets a new wife, even if they divorce or something happens, the woman is thrown out of that village.
I have a question.
His husband house.
I thought that if the man died, well, back then, if the man dies, the brother could marry the wife. Is that part of it?
That's one of
true.
it too. That's
She's
one of-
the,
that's
the
one of the
property
comments I
of
read.
the man.
Yeah, the property of
Yeah,
the man.
right.
So,
But if they don't want her,
okay, if they don't want her.
Yeah.
Okay.
she get thrown out like trash.
Look at Embla's face.
I did not know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she get thrown out like trash,
I
and
really should.
I think that's really sad. I feel like there are a lot of parts of Igbo culture, and not just Igbo culture, but a lot of our ethnic groups across the continent that they are not okay. There are ancient practices that only benefit certain people, and especially the women. Like, you have these practices that benefit men more than women, and
Right.
then women just accept it because that's a culture.
Let me ask you, would you accept that?
I mean, I don't have a choice. It's not like I'm gonna wake up and go and fight the whole village.
It depends on how strong you are.
So let's paint this scenario. Like, let's just imagine this person has a wife, 2 children. Something happens, he passes on, and then his immediate younger, or I think older, comes in and says he now owns everything. How would
Yeah.
you react?
It's
to
not
that?
true. It's not true.
That's what you gonna tell him?
Absolutely not true.
I mean,
But
you
if
can fight
did
it all
your-
you like.
I feel like if you did your due diligence, look, before, as we're married, right? We're all one. Put my name on this, put my name on this, put my name on this. Because you can cry and shout in the village all you want.
No.
But papers and contracts.
No, that's not
right,
true.
it
Nigeria
works.
does not. In America, that work. Right?
Oh, are we in
Yeah.
Nigeria? What's
That's
the,
what I'm saying,
what's
like,
the
but
setting?
here's the
we're
thing.
talking about somebody living
What's
in
the-
Nigeria. That's not how things work.
But here's the thing though, wherever you are, if you marry that person, that culture still goes with you. I mean,
No, it does not.
well, let me
It's
say,
not.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if he chooses to practice that culture, he could practice that culture.
And he'll
When-
have-
Yeah, he gonna
yeah.
do that on his own.
Yeah.
If he come to America and he married me in Houston, Texas,
Yeah.
he gonna abide by what happens over here, and we can follow the cultures that fit us here.
No, that's facts. All I'm saying
Yeah.
is, when you're practicing a culture,
I'm sorry.
you don't. He could marry you here, that's fine. But he probably won't put your name on nothing. He could not do that.
No. Conversations need to be
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Exactly.
conversation that needs
That's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
had. If he wanna act like-
The state of Houston doesn't have a right to tell him to put your name on
Yeah,
anything.
but
That's
I
what I'm
do.
trying to tell you.
And he not
So-
gonna marry me in Houston
Exactly.
and behave like we're Nigeria, because that's why our parents brought us here.
Come on.
All right, let me tell you something. So
Ugh.
there was a comment under this particular post, and this is in response to what you said. This is what that man said verbatim. He said, "God forbid if he dies, he's praying that his 18-year-old, he has a son or somebody or you or whoever, he and his wife have a son who's at least 18. You know the reason why? He says he does not trust whoever the next man that his wife will bring in. He doesn't trust that person to come and take over his shit.
Whoa.
So
we are marrying insecure men.
But
I'm
That's
just saying.
what we're marrying now.
This is a conversation
Alright.
that
Wait.
needs to be
But I
had.
have-
but that's different from
No,
the
it's
topic.
like-
No, it is kind of the same because
Why are you
the
even
topic
worried about-
says
why do you
that
assume she'll marry again?
his elder
Because there's
brother
some people
will
who
take
don't
over
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
People
Like
do marry
he-
after.
Not everybody.
But you have
I mean,
to think
People
about
do
the
that,
level
but
of
why is that your
respect,
concern?
the way they see each other in this
No, I think he's
relationship.
concerned about his what do you call it? His land or his property.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
The original topic says that, you know, his elder brother will come and
And
be
take
over all the
everything.
property, including his wife, if they're willing, like she said.
Yeah.
But what this person is saying is, like, while he's not totally against his brother coming and taking over stuff, or while he doesn't support it, but the only reason why he could want that to happen is because he doesn't trust the next man that his wife is going to bring in. So he's saying, at the end of the day, what I'm hoping for is that I have a son who's at least 18.
So that he can be.
So that their
nobody
son will
would
be the
challenge
one.
him,
But in
about
that,
it.
he's basically saying he doesn't trust who his wife could marry next.
'Cause
And
he
that
doesn't know what the
person
intention
is
of
going
that
to
person
take
would
over
be.
everything.
But
Yeah,
that's
I
a big
understand
problem to me, because when you married, you happy and all that, you're supposed to basically have an agreement. I don't know how everybody feels about this, but personally I feel like if you're happily married, you should have an agreement on if somebody dies. Like, oh, if you die first, I may or may not marry, but I will respect you even in death.
So that's very good, but how do you now navigate when the husband dies and the village people? How do you now navigate them?
I don't
Because
live in
that's-
the village. That's
What's
the
that?
That's what I'm saying.
But guys,
But
guys, wherever you
you're
leave,
No,
looking
y'all
at-
get what I'm saying,
you're
because
looking at-
the Omanala basically are your family,
Yeah.
really, in the village. So they really have a say. So if the man dies and he hasn't made all the proper
arrangement.
arrangements
Right.
with people,
Right.
they can come and
They will
overthrow
come.
you.
Exactly.
They
And
will
say, no,
come.
this
Exactly.
this is our culture.
I don't
This is
care where you're living.
Exactly.
They do that stuff.
No. They can do that in Nigeria.
I was just about to say this is Nigeria.
No, we're talking about Nigeria.
Okay,
We're talking about people who care
Yeah,
about their
in
land in Nigeria,
Nigeria,
not here.
I don't live in
Yeah.
Nigeria. I've never
All I'm
lived in
saying
Nigeria.
is, even here, if you guys don't have stuff like you're saying,
Like a
communicated
will
and
and all that
documented and
stuff,
stuff,
yeah.
they will
Yeah,
come
even
and
here.
collect
They'll
it.
bring
That's
it.
not true.
Yeah,
They'll bring it to
That's not
us
true.
from the village to the
In this
US.
country,
It's not true.
there are a lot of
If
of
nothing is
laws
documented, trust
around
me.
inheritance,
Is there a lot of
especially
what?
there are a lot of laws around inheritance. That woman, if she's been married to him and she's had his children, will be most legally entitled to whatever he
It's
has.
about here or
Yeah,
Here. In Nigeria, you can sign a paperwork with a will and she inherit everything. Once you die, the village can take
Yeah,
it.
that's
That's
basically
fine.
what, yeah.
Nigeria don't abide by laws.
Right.
They
It don't matter if you have paperwork. Somebody can sell your land. Somebody can
They
steal your
will
land.
tear it
Somebody
from
can
you.
steal.
They will tear it.
What does that mean? Nigeria, that don't mean nothing.
I met a Jamaican lady. I thought she was very strong. She was married to an Igbo man. He died. They lived in Houston, Texas. She went back to Nigeria and got all the paperwork. She said the family tried to fight her for the land because they have 5 kids. So she wanted it for her children.
His land in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
She
Things
fought
in
him,
Nigeria.
and she got all of it, and now it's hers. And the brothers or whoever that tried to take it, they couldn't. Yeah, she got lawyers and everything, so it's
telling you,
possible.
she's very
Depends on how
lucky.
strong you are. She's
When lawyers
Jamaican.
get involved,
She's not even
She's
a
very
Nigerian.
lucky.
Yeah,
Because in Nigeria, they will kill you for something like that.
yeah, they can definitely kill you.
absolutely.
And they can put
Yeah.
a spell on you and your whole generation.
Yeah,
Like
Like,
covered by the blood of Jesus.
Come on,
Yes. There's no
Come on.
spell.
I'm telling you that
Let me tell you, I'm not the one, y'all. I'm so sorry.
in
I know what you're
Nigeria,
saying. Igbo or
in
not.
Nigeria,
Igbo or not, right?
a brother can
Right.
steal his brother's land that's still alive.
Yep. I've heard a brother killing his brother for land in
Yes.
Anambra. And they're
So
twins.
she's very lucky
Sounds like
that
a
she.
Netflix
My thing,
episode.
my major thing with this though is just the idea that just the idea that okay, you're still alive now. Just the idea that he's probably thinking in his mind like you don't even know if your immediate brother is snooping over you, just waiting there
Right.
patiently for you.
Not
to
even
just
waiting, plotting actively. Plotting actively to get you out. It's not even waiting. Waiting is too kind. They're plotting.
Yeah.
That's
Plotting to
wild.
get
So
you
wait,
out.
It's very
what
wild.
would y'all do? Again, I'm not Igbo, so I don't know. What would just imagine y'all in that situation? How would you even approach it? How would you even?
I mean,
If they
I
tell
gotta
you-
get my shooters.
Eh?
Huh?
Because I'm not gonna have the village overthrow me.
Wait,
Right.
you're gonna get what?
Especially
My
my children.
children.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially if I've had his children. Like, I'm 45 years old, 6 kids in, living comfortably. Like, you're not gonna take me out
Wait, what do you
without a
mean by
fight.
what do you mean by shooter? You're like going to.
You can't.
If they want to come to my house and they want
She
that
will defend
house,
herself.
Yeah.
That's it. Period.
I will die in that house.
Ooh.
I'm telling you that.
Period. Defend herself.
Now, if it's something like, oh, we was married for 2 years, he had a heart attack, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
I don't want to smoke. I don't want to
I'm gonna go
smoke.
about my life.
We
It's
don't got
not
no
working.
kids. I don't
But
wanna
if
smoke.
I've attached my whole life to this man, and we've lived in his village comfortably, and I've made my life there,
Right.
you will not get me out without me
A fight,
kicking
yeah.
and running.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like if we knew, if we fresh, we'd be married a year, and then something God forbid happens.
Yeah.
I don't want no smoke. Like let me
Yeah,
just.
it's not that deep.
Yeah, because you don't have
I,
that.
we heard
I don't
it.
got no
We heard
history.
it.
No
Yeah.
yeah. Nothing.
Nobody- yeah,
But
to
if I
fight for
have
you.
kids with this man, and then all of a sudden you and the auntie from 3 generations out and all
Yeah.
want to come and take
Exactly.
my property, are you mad?
So I guess it depends on the kind of family, because I know
Yeah,
it
definitely.
happens, but I have family members that uncles have died and nobody has overthrown the
Nobody
wives
did
that were
anything.
married in.
Exactly.
And
So,
exactly,
yeah.
if there's
So it
no
just depends on the
respect
family.
for you in that
Right.
family, you know what you're getting.
you know what
into.
you're getting into.
You
And
know.
you have to build that respect once you get into a family. So that's future thoughts for us.
Build respect.
I was
Do
learned-
Nigerians give respect?
No.
They either respect you or they don't.
Okay, maybe I used the wrong word, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you know how when you go back to the village and you take
Yeah.
care of people, you give them things.
A
They
bribe.
Yeah. Yeah.
basically just so they can have your back.
Say, right,
You know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as a woman, when you marry into a family, either they like you or they don't. And there's not a lot you can do to change that. And so, if throughout that marriage they never respected you or the marriage,
Yeah.
You can change it.
But the blood
That's
of the
it.
lamb.
it's
No,
like
this
you
is
rely
just
on your legs and your wrists.
No, it's kind of like the pleasure or the hazing process. They feel like they have to push
True.
you through what they went through coming into the family. After a while, if you kind of like you hold your
No,
ground.
I feel like that's maybe a Yoruba thing. But Igbo, they'll be angry from the day you married to the day you die.
I mean,
It depends on what you
the day you
did,
married
though.
to the day you die.
It depends on
They
what
will
you
hold
did.
it.
I don't know.
So
I don't
you
know.
just marry your brother now. Why?
No, I'm just saying that, like, as a woman, there's not a lot you can do. Like, you can be a very good wife to a man, but if his family don't like you, they don't like
They
you.
don't
That's
like
facts. That's facts.
And
That's facts.
you can have 25 kids for him that are
All boys.
You know, all NFL players. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm sure they'll like you by then.
Like, Nigerians are very odd with disrespect.
So, but that's the thing. Like she said, this is where you know before you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She knew.
you
She
tell
will
that
know what she's
conversation,
getting
you
into,
know what you're getting into.
and she will be ready to fight or she'll be ready to go.
Simple.
That's wild, though, man.
That
That's
is
wild.
But when he married me, he know that I'm not gonna go out without a fight. So he knows that his parents cannot bully me if he's married me.
But as far as culture, I think that thing used to happen in America years ago. Because I remember reading in history that some women, like how the women's rights movement kind of started, when they got divorced or their husband died, they were just left on their own.
Yeah.
No money,
I
nothing.
mean, yeah,
So that's why so many laws favor women here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, right.
yeah.
That's
We
right.
passed that in our country, and I'm
That's
so
right.
glad.
Somebody said that's an old tradition. It does not happen again except if his family has a problem.
Exactly. Except if the family has a problem, because
That's
that's what
why, though.
happens, especially in the village.
Yeah.
Because a lot of evil people now like grow up in Lagos and Abuja. No, go back to the village.
Right.
Once somebody,
Yeah.
you could be leaving in Lagos and your husband dies. People you have never seen before.
Yeah, they're very,
show
very
up to that place.
grimy.
They will show up.
Yeah. They'll be there telling you, "You're not his wife. Who are you?" They'll tell you.
Did you come and do in Baku?
Especially,
Like,
I'll show them that son that
especially
looks just
like
like
the
him.
second
I'll say, I'll
wife
put
or
him
third
out.
wife. Yeah.
Hi.
They won't-
They
yeah.
would not respect you.
They
I'm
won't
telling
respect
you.
So does that? So how do y'all feel about the other part? Because I know there's another part too where it said I guess the older sibling gets to marry the wife.
I'm not for that.
Yeah, I mean, you know that happened in the Bible also, but yeah, that's old school. I don't know anybody who does that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
nah.
old school. Yeah.
I'm not for that.
Not him.
If I married a man, I'm not gonna want to be with his brother.
Right, it's weird
As
now.
a genuine individual, like
Yeah.
some
Individual.
some
It's
people
weird.
like the whole relationship. They knew they wanted the brother the whole time. Like, no, but I'm not built like that. If I didn't want you, I'm not gonna get with your brother to settle. Like,
Right.
eventually,
I
I
mean-
will inherit you. No.
Inherit.
Inherit you.
Because women were more property back then, so you really didn't have a say, kind of, and you didn't have your own money.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
didn't have
say,
your.
it's not. I don't think it's necessarily being with the brother. It's the fact that you're part of the family.
Yeah, you're
So
part of
it's
the
like
family.
claiming ownership.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll still have their name, and you will not be able to go outside and be having another husband.
Exactly.
That's
You
what
won't be
it
able to
means.
Yeah.
marry again.
Yeah.
Property.
Or date.
But
or
the
anything.
concept, it came about during a different time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we didn't have all that we have now,
Right.
the advancements and
Mm-hmm.
knowledge. So during a different time, it was necessary for a woman and a man to be together. She needed him and he needed her, and it made sense.
Yeah. She needs
But
to
we
be
are
taken
no
care of.
longer in that time.
Yeah, women can take care of
Yeah.
themselves now.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next topic. Good conversations, though. Thank you for enlightening us. The enlightenment. But let's move on to this one. This one goes. Actually, I like this one a lot, and I think it's something that should be done. Restaurants need to start enforcing dress codes because some of the things women wear to these restaurants day and night are not PG-13. Some people are literally naked walking into a whole establishment to get served. What's your thoughts?
I totally agree with that.
I agree with it.
I agree to an
That's a
extent.
very, very, very
To an
famous,
extent. Why?
To an
very, very
extent.
famous.
We gonna call it out. Turkey leg
Oh,
hut.
that
Yeah, we're not gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember that whole.
Yeah.
I agree to an
Yeah.
extent because I've seen some women basically naked, just wearing mesh, and you can see their nipples, you can see their, you know, all their.
So why extent? Why
Parts.
extent? When you say
Because
extent.
there are times when you just got body and you just look really nice and sexy in what you're wearing, and you could be covered. But that manager that's fat and sloppy built is hating on you because when you walk in, you conduct so much attention. As a woman, I've very much experienced being that woman in a room where you look good and the other girls just wish you weren't there. Even if you walk into a section, if you're the finest girl there, they're gonna keep pushing you. They're gonna keep blowing smoke on your face. They're gonna keep
That sounds like
I'm
a
just
personal,
saying-
a
I'm
personal
saying
beef.
that.
So why is it like that though?
I'm saying that, for example, there can be a situation where it could just be one woman against another, and then that could stop her from entering the restaurant. But in a situation where you can see her shaping of her breast and private parts, then I would say yes, that is inappropriate for really any occasion.
Establishment.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with that. Y'all with
Yeah,
I
that?
agree.
absolutely, absolutely.
They-
Yeah, like
That
imagine
shit-
if you walk in with an outfit that it's not revealing. You just have
You
body.
just look good.
And you just look good, and then the manager is like, not her. Not her.
But to his question, why do people have that energy, or what's the
Jealousy.
Jealousy, yeah.
Jealousy. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
I mean, women can be very, very jealous, especially for the likes of men. And so if there's a situation where they feel like, oh, this man will give us drinks in the club, she don't want you, fine girl, to drink the same drink as her. and have the same luxuries as her. I'm telling you.
Yo, that was deep.
I'm telling you, some
I think
people.
I got it.
Yeah. Some
makes
girls,
sense.
they go to the club and they did their best, but they still look rough, And that is not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility that, that you left the house looking like this and I look like this. So now you're hating on me. Like, I've definitely experienced, even like, I have maybe one or two friends with me. They're hot, I'm hot. And then we walk into a place and the guys that are in their section, they're sitting down enjoying themselves. They now invite us in. And those girls are doing.
So y'all notice that.
Yeah. But guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dance even harder. I'm gonna do
Drink
this.
all the drink.
I drink
Smoke
all
all
the
the
drinks.
hookah.
We're gonna make Snapchats just so that we can see you in the background. Because there's no reason for that energy. Like if I see another fine girl, I would actually be more inclined to talk to her because she's hot like me, and maybe we can all be hot girls together.
I'm screaming.
So
Yeah.
Jimmy has a question. He says, but why does that stop people from wearing what they want? Why shouldn't people wear what they feel like wearing?
They should wear what they want,
to
but they should also be aware of
Right there.
indecent exposure. And exactly,
That part.
like there's a time and place for everything.
That part.
If you go to a strip club, they're naked.
Yeah. there's a
That's
place for
fine.
So
everything.
they can go to a
Because-
strip club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to be naked,
You go to where they
do it where that is
Accepted.
accepted and that is the normal thing to do. Maybe there's some events where a woman can perform by herself and she's the only one naked, but that's what people came to see.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, I'm just, we're in a world where I hate to say it, but we're in a woke world, right?
You saying a what?
In a woke world,
Woke.
right? So, literally walking up to somebody and saying you can't wear this here, you know what that's gonna start?
Yeah.
Well,
But it has to be a
What
point.
is
you can't
gonna
just
start?
like-
It's just crazy
Yeah.
because we all know, everybody's seeing that this person is dressed, is not dressed properly or is indecently
Yeah.
dressed. But just walking up to them and saying, hey,
Right, you can't.
you
tell me.
can't be here
Yeah, no.
like this, that's going to start something.
But that's why a
Okay.
dress code exists, because a dress code stops that person-to-person interaction. And also,
So just like the way you're saying right now, just like, I mean, of course, you walk in there, you're not indecently dressed, but just look at that energy you have where you said somebody will walk up to you and say you can't be here. Some manager will walk up to you and say you can't be here like this. Imagine going to somebody who's actually, they will give you that same energy. Are you jealous of me because I look good? It's going to start something.
That's fine.
Yeah, it always starts.
You
That's
came
fine.
here. You came here with intentions of something to be started, whether it's positive or
Yeah.
negative. You came here.
You knew there was a
just
dress
like
code,
this
yeah.
with an intention to.
They already have dress code
started.
that you can't come in with no shoes.
Exactly.
No, you have to have a shirt on. Some places say no ball cap. So
Right.
but I do feel like a dress code can become discriminatory, especially for men, because I've seen situations in which they say no, just every kind of clothes that a black man would wear.
Right.
They'll say no, none of that.
right,
And they'll let a person that's white walk
wear
in
the
there
same
with the
thing. I've seen that.
And
yeah.
so, in those kind of situations, their discretion could make the dress code a problem, and that's when I feel like the discussion starts. But if you walk into like a place of community, like family,
Right.
and there's this certain environment there, but your nipples are hanging out, you know you don't belong
Yeah.
there wearing that. And so when the person rejects you there, you can do all the outcry in the world, but nobody's gonna support
Nobody's
that.
gonna support you.
Yeah.
All right, so the issue that happened with what's another place?
Turkey Leg Hut?
That was not. It was mostly just the
Short
the
dresses.
shorts.
Yeah.
You know, it
Like
was shorts,
shorts?
and
Oh,
it
really?
wasn't anything.
So it wasn't like a broad top or anything like that.
I think they said no.
maybe a bra top.
Some people
Some
come in
people-
Maybe a
I
bra
saw
top.
that.
It was
Yeah,
like
the
But I'm saying nothing was exposed per se. Maybe cleavage. So I'm sorry. Maybe cleavage, but nothing to get to that point. So I'm saying, imagine that situation. Was that because again,
Like,
it's,
I mean,
it's
I
an
feel like-
outdoor place.
I feel like it's their fault because they didn't brand themselves
Exactly.
right. It's
exactly.
all about branding.
The environment of
It's all
that
about
restaurant
branding.
was created,
Yeah.
and the environment is that at
Anything
5
goes.
p.m. you have turkey leg. At 6 p.m. is bottles, is clubbing, is section. And so people come there with the intention of turning up,
Yeah.
not to eat turkey leg and dirty rice.
Yeah.
And it's turned into you waiting in a 3-hour line, you making reservation and
Right.
paying for section at Turkey Leg Hut. It's doing hookah. It's having bottle girls walk around like
No.
Turkey Leg Hut.
They don't know their
is
brand.
not creating the environment that somebody even want to come fully clothed
Or bring their kids, or bring their family.
or bring their kids. And people bring their kids there, but it just don't make no sense no more. Because at first it did start off as a
Yeah, as a
normal
family,
restaurant,
right.
but it turned into this black brunch, this sexy.
Lounge-ish.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything with what it turned into. I think that they just weren't expecting it to be as quote unquote raunchy as it became. Because at the end of the day, they've always been a place where family can come to.
Right.
They never
They changed.
yeah.
They did.
They just evolved into that, so they had to find a way
Yeah.
to kind of like bring it back and tone it down a little
yeah.
bit. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's their restaurant, it's their moneymaker. They want to be able to have a clientele base. You know, like if they became a club or sports lounge like everybody else, they will have a shorter lifespan because once the next place opens back up,
Yeah.
people are going to go to those places. So they needed to hold that brand in the sense of, okay, we want to be here for a long time and we want to be known as a
Family
family
restaurant,
place.
yeah.
Family, you can bring your kids here. You can still have a good time. They can still smoke hookah. There's plenty of Middle Eastern restaurants where they're smoking hookahs and it's still a family
Yeah.
place. They have belly dancers come out. It's still a family place. So I just think it just got out of hand. They could have controlled it anymore. Because shoot, who doesn't want to have a line when people wait in line for 3 hours to come eat at my establishment? Like that's something to
I
be
feel
proud
like
of.
that's okay,
Yeah.
but I feel like like she said, when it started going a different direction,
Yeah.
your brand started changing. And if
Yeah.
you don't know your brand, you don't know your target audience, anything can happen. You shouldn't hold people accountable when you yourself weren't holding yourself accountable.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Did y'all see that thing in Dallas? That restaurant
Yeah, I
that's
saw
owned
that.
by the
Yeah,
same
when it's
people,
working.
where they were dancing and the manager shouted at them and it went viral.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Oh,
do
that
y'all
was
think?
Dallas?
Yeah,
But
that
the
was
thing
Dallas.
is, even with that, right? Of course, it was a enclosed place. I'm not gonna say it was high scale or low scale. It was a regular
Right.
restaurant. But what they were doing was a song came on, which was a viral song at the time, and which was known for twerks and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they got up and they said twerking.
Yeah.
And my manager came and said, "Y'all need to leave. We don't do that here." But who told them they don't do that there?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
the
So
thing
it's
is,
one of
I
those.
support the manager in that situation
It's common
because
sense, yeah.
apparently the ladies had been causing disturbance in the restaurant by being very loud,
Being loud,
and
right.
standing on the furniture. So buyers. It wasn't like the whole thing. They just
But
said,
guess
"Stop."
what though? Again, that same energy. What happened after that? They turned it into a race thing. They turned it into because we're black.
Yeah, but
And,
they
then
got more
but
business.
then the manager was black too. So it's
he's
like
the owner, right?
And then, yeah, and they kept saying you're not talking to these people who are talking and making noise. They're white. You're talking to us. You know. So again, like I said, when you approach somebody with that, it's going to spark something.
And what I heard was that the music was very loud, like louder than a normal restaurant. So like she said, if you're trying to brand your restaurant to be a classy whatever, then why have have it loud like a club? Yeah.
First
That's
of
gonna
all,
incite
the
people
restaurant
to-
got a DJ.
Right, exactly.
They're glancing over that,
Right.
but the fact that black restaurants have added a DJ, changes
It changes
the
the
tune
atmosphere.
of that restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And everybody knows you do not see a DJ at Cheesecake Factory,
Right.
Steak 48, any.
I wouldn't mind a DJ.
You wouldn't mind, but
Cheesecake
what I'm saying
Factory.
is black culture changes things.
Yeah.
The
You
kind of
know,
music
once you
that's
invite
played.
black people, you add some spice in there. And if you didn't want that kind of spice, then maybe you wouldn't have added in there.
So Jimmy is saying some things here. He says when you hear grown and sexy, What do you think? Like when you just say,
Is that a song?
Mature.
No, like the dress code. When you have
okay.
events or you go to a play and they say, hey, the dress code is grown and sexy. What's too much if somebody
I feel
comes
like it just
grown and
well
sexy?
for me when I hear that, I hear well dressed, looking nice, sophisticated, classy. I don't hear naked. I don't
Right.
hear raunchy.
That's not even
I don't
sexy.
hear any of that. That's not even sexy.
I mean, grown
I
and
mean,
sexy is sexy though.
Sexy for sure is subjective.
That's what it is.
Sexy is subjective. Like some women feel like modesty is sexy.
True.
And the same with men and the way they perceive it. And so I think it depends on who is hosting it and what type
The
of
brand.
thing they're known for. Like if you usually go to these people event or you know this kind of person and when they say grown and sexy, they're naked, I'ma come naked too. But if I maybe even like on social media, I'd be looking at the Instagram account to see what kind of vibe am I gonna get into when I get there. Even if it's a restaurant, I see the lighting, I see the tables, I see other guests eating out there, and I try to dress to fit that. And I feel like if you come to an event and you're not dressed like everybody else there, like you could stand out wearing the same thing everybody else is wearing. You don't have to be naked and that's why you're standing out. Like that become a situation of, okay, that's inappropriate because you're the only person here we can see your nipples.
Somebody
What
said,
I was gonna- oh.
no, go for it.
I was gonna say sexy is subjective, but I think what changes it is when you add the grown part, grown and sexy. I think at a certain age, sexy, like maybe in college,
Yeah,
sexy is one
exactly.
thing. When you graduate, sexy is another thing. When you're 30, sexy is another thing.
Yeah.
So when you're that grown, it's either you're gonna think 25 and up or 30 and up. And people in those age brackets usually dress a bit more. They have jobs.
Conservative.
Yeah, conservative, but they're still sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
when I think of grown and sexy, I think of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think of the, like you said,
Yeah,
30,
more professional,
25.
right.
Yeah, more professional time. Yeah.
But they're
I mean,
still
I ain't
sexy.
never heard of that before.
Grown and sexy.
I mean, I'm 23, but I never like been to any event or
Right.
seen a event notification that said dress
Grown
grown
and
and
sexy,
sexy.
yeah.
No, that's a
So
lot.
I've never heard of that before, and usually I don't look at a dress code. Sometimes I see something that say casual, but that mean a lot of things. Casual can mean jeans, casual can mean slacks. So I don't take those little terms unless it says gala or you know.
Black tie.
Yeah, then I would not understand what the dress code means. I would just look for other pictures associated with that event, or I would even ask my friends that are going about, what do you think I should wear? And yeah,
Somebody said modesty is really sexy.
that's fine.
Why you saying it like that?
It is. Modesty.
It is, right?
I mean,
it's modest and
Modesty,
calm.
sexy. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone has a preference.
Everyone has a.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone
It's
has
just
a-
crazy because when you say that, when you use that term sexy, especially in today's society,
They think naked.
we think something. Yeah, you know, it goes not necessarily completely naked, but you're thinking something more. You know,
I mean,
revealing,
because
raunchy.
Sexy from-
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
terminology is everything.
so you like, what you say?
Sexy, the root word is sex. So if people associate, and the thing is, society has changed the term
Oh, yeah,
sexy.
it definitely has. It definitely
And
has.
so technically the word sexy means it has to do with sex or evokes sexual
That part.
feelings or
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
And so sex is done naked, genital to genital. And that's fine. But if you perceive sexy as being covered up, that's your business. You cannot, okay, now tell me dress sexy and I come naked and you mad.
No, I'm with that though. I'm with that. No,
Because
I'm
I don't know what your definition
No,
of sexy is.
I'm with that, but I know it's not naked, but like
Personally,
strung out.
I agree
But I'm
with
with
her.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Don't
one
say come
if I
sexy.
invite you to a pool party or to a
Yeah.
beach party and I say
No.
come sexy,
Yeah.
oh, of course, you know, bathing suit, you know, maybe wear whatever you want.
But it's logic.
But if I invite you to a backyard birthday party and I say, oh,
Whose birthday party?
I don't know.
But
Because if it's Drake or
But why would-
PG
why would
birthday
you-
party,
That's a good point.
I feel like
No.
if you are inviting me to
or to a family
if
picnic.
you invited me to a
and I-
family
Yeah.
picnic
and you're trying to figure out to
and you
oh,
tell me
just
to come
come grown and
sexy,
sexy.
what does that mean?
yeah,
Just come
what?
grown and
Nah,
sexy.
don't say that
No,
because you want to set it out.
Like,
No, I'm just saying, no, like
you don't come
I'm saying,
sexy
think-
to a
think about-
graduation.
think
you know,
about-
like, who says that?
You're coming to my graduation. Come, just come
If you
grown
tell me
sexy.
come sexy, I'ma come sexy. And
No, I mean that's facts.
No,
though.
I'm saying think about what you're going to though.
Yes, I think
because
about
you
that,
said
but
sexy can mean
also-
different things, right? So if I
Exactly.
say come to a gala and I say come sexy, that doesn't mean be revealing. It's a gala, so you wear a nice.
No, as soon
No,
as you say come sexy, you
Exactly. Once
What
you
about
say come
grown?
sexy,
No,
about
sexy
grown
can
and
translate
sexy?
to anything.
Huh?
It's
What
just
about
what
grown
are
and
you
sexy?
going
No.
to?
No, grown and sexy,
You know-
I would think it's like a night event.
Okay.
I would never think of a gala or barbecue or anything. Grown and sexy means we're coming to show off, we're nice, we're off of
Right,
work,
right.
you know.
Right.
But if I'm coming to your child's barbecue and you're saying grown and sexy,
but the problem is that the term sexy.
are you telling the children to come grown and sexy too? Like, what?
The problem is that if you're using the term sexy and slapping it on anything and telling somebody assume this and assume that, you are misleading people. But
No,
if you
that's
use the term casual means a lot of things.
Oh,
People
what about
have
cocktail wear?
Yeah, casual. You know, those terms are far more subjective than the term sexy. You don't go into a law firm and say come sexy because you can't come sexy.
What?
There's no terminology of sexy that will apply to what
Yeah.
people wear.
You're going to
Professional.
you're going to court for a child custody case and you're
Exactly.
coming sexy. What?
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, if you just throw around the term "come sexy," then when people
You
come
set up
sexy,
yourself, right.
you know you're setting yourself
set up
up.
yourself
But
up.
now, if you say wear cocktail attire, or wear, even if you say something like long gowns and slacks required, that tells somebody a good amount of what they should be
No,
wearing.
that's facts. I agree
So,
with that,
yeah.
definitely. Hey, good conversations. I want us to jump to the last one real quick. You know, this is more like a opinion type topic. And this one goes: a single woman earning $10,000 a month is most likely going to live a better life than a single man earning the same amount. The second part, the other part, that's just to add more spice to it. Basically says, unlike men, most women don't go around spending money on men that don't care about them. But I want us to focus on that first part real quick. A single woman earning $10,000 and a single man earning $10,000. Who is most likely going to, I guess, spend that money wisely, or who will live better on that money?
I don't really understand that question. It's too vague because different demographics of people, age, race, and all that, even where they were raised can play into how a person behaves when they have a certain amount of money.
Right.
So if they said like a middle-aged or 20-year-old black woman or man, that would give me more perspective on what kind of behavior they have based on a
So
generalization.
if we were to put it in today's society, man and woman, let's say Africans or blacks or whatever,
Okay.
who is more smart with money?
Which age?
Let's tell me what you think about it. What age?
Between 20 and 30
Yeah,
years old.
because like if you're between 20 and 30, you don't have the same focus as, or even if you're single or whatever, you don't have the same goals as somebody who's between 30 and 40 or 40 and 50 and so on. And so as a younger person, stuff like traveling and going out and having fun is on your mind.
Facts, but
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. So the good thing about this is, I guess we have a diverse age group here, so you can literally look at this from that angle. People over 30 like to travel too. They like to spend money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even between the age of 20 and 30, they're not necessarily also just blowing money. Some
Yeah.
people are up here with it and trying
Right.
to be reservative and hold and a lot of people have obligations and they are true to it and they make sure that they are able to take care of that. But some people have obligations that they don't even give a fuck about, and they don't care. They will still do nonsense with that. So that's where this is coming from. Like, how do you?
I'm just wondering if the man is, living a less better life than the woman that they're earning the same, maybe six figures. How many women is he spending money on that doesn't care about him? This doesn't make. This is weird.
But here's the thing. So if you track back to when we were talking about sections and going to clubs and who's
It's not a
paying?
choice.
No,
Why would
no,
you
it is a
do
choice.
sections
Again,
every
a very,
morning?
very stupid choice.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And so
Exactly.
that brings the question in, like, a man is spending money on women he doesn't care about. Like,
He just wants you to have a good time. Like when you be going to people's sections, who paying for the drinks?
Oh, not me.
Exactly.
No, I see what you're saying. Men definitely, take the end of at the club, but how often? Like you said, it's a stupid choice.
Yeah.
So it's your choice. If you want to go to the club every weekend and impress girls and do Dorian May every weekend, that's stupid.
But it definitely depends on the type of guy that we're talking about.
But then what is a better life mean? Like,
Yeah,
what is
exactly.
Because a better life can mean different things. to
Like
different
better
people.
sex life.
So when I read it, I just took it for who would spend this
Who's
money on
better?
something that's more valuable. Who would
A
make
man
more
or
use
a
of this
woman?
money
Okay,
and
so
make
I was
it
thinking-
have value,
I was
not just
thinking
nonsense.
like Dubai nights, living their best life.
I mean, again-
like a better life because there's a certain type
She
of
said
lifestyle
Dubai
people
nights.
want.
She said Dubai nights,
We
bro.
like to act like women.
right.
just
So
in the
to
streets
respond to
living
you
our
though,
best life.
Right.
but to respond to you though, yeah, you could do Dubai nights, but the thing is, at that moment in time, is there something that's more pressing in your life that would have been more valuable to you than doing Dubai nights?
But that's
But
see
is
what
that
I'm
what the
saying?
question is asking?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I looked at it like that because a
That's-
better life. I'm thinking value. I'm not just thinking just about what gives you.
No, because I feel like the person who wrote that is saying that women are just gonna live a better life.
Oh, that's what the
but
person
not
is
like,
saying.
Not like a more toned down, put together. They're saying that she's gonna be flashy, she's gonna be nice, she's gonna eat well, her skin is gonna glow. That's what I'm thinking.
For herself.
For herself, yeah.
But on the
that's
other exactly. But
that's
on
what
the
I'm-
other hand, the man is going to use his money on a bunch of other people who don't.
Yeah, but like
being in some
For
section,
me, when I read
shouting.
it, I thought to myself, well, who's gonna have more money saved up by the end of the year? That's what I.
I mean,
That's what's
I
up to
can't
me.
say that's a man or a woman thing. Like,
I mean, think about the expenses that women have versus the expenses that men have.
That's
but
right.
think about these
No, but
type
then,
of people.
that's what I'm saying. These type of people,
They're
a man-
high maintenance
a man
women,
with
they're-
$10,000,
you know
at least
what I mean?
like a cultured man, or a man, let's say one of these Yahoo boys.
Okay then.
No, let's just take middle income
Like-
people. Like just, I'm not talking. Let's not just keep it very general. Middle income people.
Which race? Which age? Like, because that
mean,
would
Women,
okay.
we are costly. Like to maintain ourselves.
That's what
we
I
are very
said. Let's say
costly.
20, 30. Like I really do feel like. I'm not gonna say what I feel.
I don't know, because like what I would say is that I've had times where I had more money than others, and I've never had real like financial responsibilities. I'm 23 years old, but somebody that's 27, their mind may be on getting in the house, woman or man, and like. Even if you're in school, things like that can change. Like, even if you have a child and you're single. So, like, the demographics, I feel like, really play a part in this question. And then you have to ask yourself,
Let me
Okay.
ask you, what would you do with that money? You're 23 in your life right now. You have $10,000. What would you do with that?
A month. Look at her face.
$10,000.
You're 23.
I
You're probably
can't
gonna buy clothes.
I can't say that I would have anything of value to do with it because, like, what I'm telling you is that I've had money. I couldn't. What's the word? Okay, so some people like invest their money. Some people go and start a business and stuff like that. Right now, I just don't have those things on my mind.
So what would you do with the money? Would you keep it or just leave it sitting in your account? You would. You probably do something with it.
I
You'd buy
mean,
it.
like, it would dwindle away. It would dwindle away,
And that's what I'm saying.
I
So,
might have
but
some.
let's hold it right there. What would you do if you had?
honest-
Let's check this out. What would you do if you had $10,000 coming in right now?
Yeah, I mean, of course I pay my bills.
But she didn't say deals, right? Because
Right,
she, you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
it's a different.
it goes-
It's a different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to invest, and if anybody needed any help, I'd help them. But mainly, I try to build a business and pay my bills, and of course, spend on what I want. I buy maybe it's the perfume I've been looking at.
With
that I want.
$10,000, you would try to build a business?
No, start to invest.
Okay.
Whatever money I had left, yeah. You could build a business though.
Yeah,
Depending on
absolutely.
depending on what kind of business you want to do.
Like let's say an online store is different
Yeah.
from a restaurant.
Exactly.
So
There's all
you can
kinds of businesses to
definitely
start.
use that money
Mhm.
and get a proposal, a business plan together. So when you take it to a bank or investors, there's money. You can
Yeah.
you can do a lot with $10,000.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So I guess potentially what we're saying is, if it's somebody who's below 25, they'll probably blow the money up. And
I don't think it's
It
below
depends
25.
on
I
their
just feel like responsibility.
Yeah,
Right.
because some people
And
inherit
family
responsibilities even at a young age.
Oh, that's
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like taking care of
That's facts.
family members or paying for their own school.
Yeah.
You know, having to live on their own.
I think it's individual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Really.
Because if let's say a 36-year-old woman is making take 10K, she doesn't have responsibilities outside of her bills. You can't like just expect her to just live a certain life
Yeah,
or want to just throw all her money into her savings because she's like, what am I? I'm doing all that I have to do already.
Yeah.
Versus a 17-year-old who's trying to go to college, pay for his own stuff, pay for his family
Yeah.
stuff, all these. It's really about
That's
responsibility.
true.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
About who? Yeah.
somebody said, Jimmy said, chances are you were living at home with your parents,
Who
so
is
little
that?
to no expenses. He just, I guess when you were talking, I don't know if we're talking about you, but this is a comment he made. Let's see what else he said. He says, getting taken out on dates and trips instead of paying for stuff. Basically, if you're living with your parents, you're definitely going to be, you know.
I mean, I don't live with my parents. I have my own lease. I have a car note. I just don't have as many bills, you know, as some other people. Like, I'm not thinking about a mortgage right now. And I'm not thinking about getting into one for a long time. I'm not paying for school, you know. Even though I'm in school, I have my school being paid for by the school. So there are ways that people, young and old, cannot have expenses. It just depends on the kind of lifestyle they had and the kind of opportunities they had. I would say that when I have responsibilities, I save money. And so,
check this out. Somebody says men spend on eating out, going on dates, and buying gadgets. Women spend on clothes, makeup, beauty stuff.
yeah, that's true, I guess.
But this is my thing is, are these needs or wants? Because when I hear that, like I said, like we all perceive that topic differently. When I heard it, I'm thinking things of value. I feel like, you know, sometimes clothes and stuff are just wants, they're not needs.
Yeah.
It depends on the
See what I'm
clothes.
saying?
But
Depends
if
on
you
the
have a
clothes.
professional job and you need to
Yeah.
wear a suit, then that's a need.
Or if you like a boutique owner and
Right.
you're just an ugly,
Right.
like, you can.
You can't
That's
sell
a part of your
yourself.
brand. That's,
Even beauty stuff for women,
or
it's
let's
really
say
a need.
you're a barber and your hair's looking crazy.
Right.
What?
Exactly.
That comes into like the standard of living you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because some people place this standard of living on themselves, like getting nails done, getting hair installed, getting new outfits.
I have a comment. Somebody says a woman may be taking care of her family members, parents, siblings, etc. Unlike a man who doesn't care about his parents, he goes to clubs regularly when he spends on wine and women.
Hey,
Try.
I agree to an
And
extent.
it's the same women that are taking care of their mom and children and brothers that are chopping this man's money.
I agree to an extent.
We must
Because-
enjoy somehow, child.
Because like, okay,
If we, our money's truly gone now.
Exactly.
Is it wrong to want to come and enjoy?
but there's statistical evidence that shows that in a certain age group, especially when a woman is still in school and she's still young and stuff like that, she does take on more familial responsibilities than men. And men go on to be more selfish with their careers and their own responsibilities. But over time, that man, when he gets married and they marry each other, he would adopt more responsibilities from that woman if he is supporting her.
Right.
So, but at the same time, if you now go into age more and more, women do tend to take care of family members that are elderly, and men do not
No.
as much, yeah.
as much. Yeah, exactly.
I beg to differ.
Interesting.
No. Because,
I mean,
because
just
we're not going to sit up here and say men don't care about their parents.
It's
We
not
do.
that. It's more like
we
how often
Very,
do
very often.
men bring their parents in to their house or to support them. They may sometimes
I
give
know a lot
money,
of
things like
I know a
that.
lot of
Men.
young men too that.
So you know
bring their-
more men doing that than women.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It's because you're a man and you have more male friends.
No, because here's
I
the
mean, it
thing.
could be that. Yeah.
But like, just look
Women
at the
paying
statistics
bills for
behind
their
this
parents,
stuff.
like taking care of their parents.
I actually know a guy that his father
No,
is
because here's the
lives
thing.
with him.
Even if you're saying that a woman do it more, but just imagine a married man and his wife. What happens when his wife decides, oh, I want to bring my parents? How do you think that's going to go? Men definitely do. Men do care. in most cases, maybe what you're saying is a man who has sisters and his sisters are doing it and he doesn't need to.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And which is fair, but his doors are not closed to his
No,
wife.
Why do
They
they
just-
even lean on the daughters first and not the sons? Like,
Yes, that's what I'm
why are they
saying.
going in a certain direction first before?
No,
Like, if a man has younger siblings.
Let's be real. Let's be real. There's some daughters, and most, again, we're sitting here with 3 beautiful women. You guys, before we even say pimp, you can stand up here and say you're a better carer than we are. Before we even say pimp, you do that. So automatically, before I even say I want to go and carry my mother, my sister has been there. This is
But that's the point. We are raised to be caregivers, and we carry that out.
We caregivers too, but y'all just don't trust us.
No,
No, it's not. Y'all don't trust us.
But we don't trust
Y'all don't
them.
trust us.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Because you forget the baby.
Imagine a woman leaving a baby young with a man. She will call him 10 times. No, I've done it. Don't call me again.
Yeah,
no.
but a man will put the baby in his backpack and carry it.
He's doing what needs to be done. He's doing what needs to be done.
The baby,
He's just
like
going
a daughter. Let's say we have daughters. Her hair is looking nice. She's going to school okay. Versus the father. Hey,
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do me like that. Don't do that.
let's be honest.
Don't do that.
Okay, so men are not as good as doing
Right,
this.
right, 'cause they don't have
but
hair
men
to
are
do.
better caretakers.
But I'm gonna do that hair.
What?
In which
How?
way?
I'm gonna wrap that hair in
Raising
2
a
nuts.
child.
What are you saying?
In which way?
Raising a child.
Have you even seen how men carry children?
Like this now.
Like this.
Like their head is about to be broken. Like,
Man, a lot of men. That's another thing about American culture that's a little different from like African culture. And actually, there's some parts of Igbo culture where the men are not as hands-on with their children.
Yeah.
So in different cultures,
Because they're not allowed to.
yeah, exactly.
But
In
if
different
they did,
cultures,
you'd be surprised.
No,
they
trust
have
me.
different
I feel
views
like
on
y'all are at fault because y'all don't give a man, you don't trust the man. No, it's true. You guys don't allow a man to literally just have his time and take care of any small thing. You're here. This is you trying to see what. No, leave me alone. Let me do what I'm doing.
Like the man's the protector.
You
Wouldn't
guys
he
are always there.
be really good at taking care of a child?
But what I'm
If
saying
he's
is,
naturally a
a
protector.
protector and nurturer are 2 different things. Protector
What?
and nurturer. I feel like women
Okay.
were nurturing. Like we want this person.
yeah,
to
we're
live,
taught
want this
these
person
things,
to-
but also like men. A lot of men, if you go into a house with wife and kids, a lot of men do not have the same relationship with their children as the wife. And things like knowing the child's birthday, knowing their favorite color, knowing what kind of food the
Where
child
you
is
going with
allergic
this?
to. I'm just saying that a woman gets closer to the child when raising him because she is doing more. And a lot of men, when it's time to do all those personal things like getting the child shots and things like that, he will step back. If you give him that responsibility, he'll be like, you can't do it, like,
That's not true.
I don't agree.
I'm sorry.
I don't agree.
I can't
I don't
agree
agree.
with that.
No. But hey, I want to talk about something real quick. There's somewhere in the comment where somebody says that clothes are definitely needs. I disagree. Clothes are not needs. You guys have a lot of clothes in your closets.
Clothes
you have
are
way
needs.
too many clothes. It's not a need.
Clothes are
It's just a
Clothes in the
Right.
closet. Clothes
those
in the
are
trunk of the
lifestyle
car.
standards.
There's clothes in the
back
car.
seat.
There's clothes in the back seat.
I feel attacked.
It's not a need.
Shoes.
I don't
It's
think
a
clothes
want.
are needs. Those are definitely one.
No.
It's a lifestyle choice. That's a different thing than a need. If you choose to have a lifestyle where you wear new clothes every day, that is not a need.
No,
That
I'm
is
with
what
you
want.
when you say, you know,
Yeah.
when you get a job, you need a certain type of
Yeah.
outfit. That's perfect. But
You don't buy that every
but,
day.
but,
You can't walk out naked.
but not
You
not
buy
100 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like clothes shouldn't be regular bills
guys
unless
have
you're
to say-
buying new clothes all the
I
time.
feel like
You got something to say?
Guilty.
I feel
I mean, if we're being
I feel
honest,
like we're all talking about me here.
I buy a lot of clothes. I just know
Yeah.
they're not needs.
They're not
They're not needs, but I feel like
You just
I'm
like
not,
them.
I'm not gonna wear one shirt for like men will have you open it closet. They'll have 3 black shirts, 3 white shirts. That's it. That's all they have. They will shop once every year, and they looking at me like I'm the same way. Clothes is how I express myself. So I might not have 100, but I'm not gonna be wearing the
But
same
that's-
shirt
that's not
every
a
Monday.
And then
That's not a need.
Yeah, it's not a need, it's a
and then
want.
somebody go talk
Yeah.
about I need my closet space.
Clothes are a need because we cannot be naked. But the amount of clothes you buy or the brand and all that stuff, that's when it becomes.
I think exactly.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to do all that. Yeah.
Right.
We're not gonna have 1,000 of the same white shirt.
Yeah.
But men, let me tell you, men are different. I feel like when it comes to clothes, men and women are just think differently. Because these men look in their closet, literally.
You're right.
But you have to think about the type of men we're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because we have fashion men.
But guess what though?
You know.
Our classes is that big. But when you tell us come grown and sexy, we pulling up.
Period.
I be looking
We
to see
pulling
where-
up.
I be looking to see
We
where y'all
pulling
from.
up.
Where did y'all pull it from?
But when they tell you come grown and sexy, oh my God, we twins. But I'm gonna pull up to that. I'm gonna pull up to that closet and it's bam
I
closed.
don't ever
Oh,
have
I need a
anything
new
to wear.
outfit.
Oh, I gotta buy something new. I don't have nothing to wear. What?
I never have anything to wear.
What?
So it's okay. It's hard to figure out what to wear. But y'all be
When
trying
you're a
to-
hot girl, it's hard.
Let's talk about the expectations.
It's hard being a Beyonce of the
Men will
group.
be sitting here talking, saying you have too much clothes, but you would never talk to that girl that wear the same shirt every week.
Right.
Never.
That's true,
You would
exactly.
never talk to that girl.
Right.
Ever.
Yep.
Yeah, men can post a picture on social media, on Instagram, where you see all their pictures at once, in the same jeans or shoes.
But y'all still gonna like it and
All the
put the
time,
hot emoji on there.
No, I'm
Alright,
just saying, if you saw a woman,
Right.
if you saw a woman wearing the same dress like 3 or 4 times, posting on social media, you might think twice about talking to her.
I'm gonna just assume she took all the pictures on the
No.
same day, but she dropping them differently.
No, in your spirit, in your heart, you'll feel some type of way.
No, like different hairstyles.
The one thing that bothers me about a woman is the ashy ankles. Besides
And
that,
she ankles.
So she had, if she
I hope
had,
nobody has that.
if she had the same hairstyle, the same wig,
Well, hair doesn't
the
matter
same
to
clothes.
me.
No, because I feel like hair is a need for me. I feel like hair is a need.
Oh, yeah.
So clothes I might go with, but my hair I can't.
Right.
I just can't be suffering like that.
Yeah.
But
You know what?
So do guys look at that?
they do. They look at that.
I mean, I know they look at hair, but I'm talking about like the same dress, same shoes, or
No.
do they look at that as well? No,
Well,
yeah.
we look at it, but
Yeah.
it's not. Well, I look at it, but
Yeah.
it's not that serious. Like I
Okay.
said, if I could pull up ashy, but if a girl's ashy all the
Yeah.
time, that's a problem.
There's a problem.
No, but I'm
it's
saying,
preference.
of course, there are staple items in your closet, like your jacket
Right.
or your boots.
Yeah, that you're gonna be
you
wearing
know, or your
multiple
belt.
times. Mhm.
But I'm saying that if you at least once a week saw a woman wearing the same exact thing,
They'll feel some type of way.
you'll be like,
Once a week.
Once a weekend.
It's alright.
at least once a week she's wearing the same thing.
Right.
I've seen
Yeah.
men wear the same jeans on 3 days of the week.
Yeah.
They'll switch it out with one other pair and they'll keep wearing the same jeans, and that's okay for men.
Yeah, we
But
could
if
go a
you-
whole week and not take a shower.
If you
so-
saw
Okay,
me,
that's
if you
no,
saw
that's
me in that
not
shirt,
okay.
but because if they saw me with this shirt at least once a week,
Yeah,
they're gonna
no.
be like, hey, look, like
There's
like
nothing
that
wrong with
shirt.
that though. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, as a man-
Because when I go to work,
Would you not
I
want
wear.
to date her if you saw her with this
With
shirt?
this shirt,
every
That's what I'm
week?
saying.
once a week, at least
Yeah.
once.
No.
I know I said at least once.
And
That's
I-
fine.
The thing is, you
It's
just
fine.
don't
Yeah.
see that with
Excuse
women.
me, it's your cloth though. It's not nobody's place. Your cloth. You can wear it once a week if you want to. What's the big
But
deal with
would
that?
you want to date,
Date
or would you
her.
like look down on her?
It's not
and-
even
I would not do that.
It's not that it's a
It's not like I wear it every day
It's
though.
not
No,
that
I'm
it's
saying,
dirty.
no, I'm saying there's some people who would not even talk to that person. They're like,
Yeah.
nah, she don't got the money. She dirty.
Man.
She did.
I feel like a lot
I
of
didn't even
men,
know that guys
like
are-
y'all
No,
are
they-
saying that's
But
okay
you
right
do
now, but
realize
y'all
that-
don't see that happening.
But you do realize that there's a lot of billionaires that wear the same shirt.
Right.
Exactly.
They
That's
wear the
why I
same
don't
clothes. It's not.
understand.
It's really about how you present yourself, who you are as a person. Like, I mean, it may become a talking topic at some point, but it's not the. Well, for me, it's not a deal breaker.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
We're going out of time. We need to wrap up. But good conversations. Thank y'all for coming out. I really enjoyed myself.
It's lit.
But John, Jimmy say speak for yourself. Oh, what? Dave said speak for yourself. Like, if you want to take a shower once a week, that's good. Do that. We don't do that up here. But not good conversation. Thank you for coming out. Definitely should do this again. Thank you for coming out. Hope you all enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
This is
Thank
fun.
Yeah, you know.
Y'all go
For
tap
sure.
in, go follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, let's do that. You say it real quick. You want to tell me your Instagram?
Follow me on Instagram at Getchums, GECHUMZ.
Yeah. And I put everybody's Instagrams in the descriptions too, so you can catch them and follow. Y'all
Yeah,
can say
follow
yours,
me at Miss Ugonna, MSUGONNA.
You can follow me at embler_today, EMBLER_TODAY.
You can also find her on Yelp.com.
Yeah, she's a Yelper.
Oh, yeah, y'all can follow my
She's a
food
professional
blog.
Yelper.
Oh, nice.
She's a Yelper.
Yeah,
She
food
yelps.
Yeah, go
Oh,
follow
nice.
my food blog, Your Fave Eatery.
What is
Okay.
that?
It's
On
on
YouTube?
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram, okay.
Yeah,
What's
so it's in my Instagram bio with my Getchums page. You
Boom.
know, I got all the restaurants in Houston on there
Okay.
with my face.
All right.
Like these.
Y'all heard it first.
Love it.
Hey, and thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
And we'll be back next week, you know, and with new sets of people.
Yep.
We're going to have fun. You want to give us that last line?
Oh yes, follow me on Life of Dio on Instagram.
Boom.
And as always, black men don't lie, steep, or chill.
Boom.
Or what
Cheat. Black men don't
You
cheat.
couldn't even say it right.
Look.
Let's start that.
Black men don't lie.
Black men don't lie,
Hey,
steal, or cheat.
Yeah, that's it. Thank y'all
It's
for
not
tuning in.
looking good.
You want to say it for me?
Nah, I can't repeat something like that.
Oh, God.
I don't know nothing
We're trying
about
to
that.
represent, we're trying to create, you know, it's an affirmation.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
You know,
Affirmation.
It's an affirmation. We got to make sure.
Okay,
Good.
we're manifesting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
Somebody says, I love Mrs.
New
Gona,
standards.
Cordella Igboji.
Oh, that's my auntie.
Oh, hello,
Thank you,
auntie.
auntie. Hi, auntie.
Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, man, you guys are something else. Hilarious.
Real quick.
That was fun.